Hello, guys, and welcome back to the Bull Talk podcast. It's been a while, but the boys are back and ready to have a chat about all things football. And I welcome Jack Ritchie
Evening.
and Ben White.
Hello.
Now, let's talk about football. Who do you think? Who do you guys think has done the best business over the window in the summer?
For me, I think it's got to be City in the sense, first game in, to have the likes of Bernardo Silva and Aguero on the bench.
Yeah,
And I just think that was absolutely crazy to have that sort of quality on the bench. Even Jose Mourinho today said about how they asked him who they thought would be the fighting for the title this year, and he said Man City, Liverpool, Spurs, and Man City's B team, which I thought thought was quite funny.
yeah.
Obviously they got Rodri coming. They've replaced with the areas they needed to, and just strengthened as well. Cancelo obviously being on the bench as well. There's other teams who have done well, like Spurs for me as well. They've spent up quite a bit of money,
Obviously,
which I think has been
Mahrez,
overdue.
players like Mahrez at
Yeah,
City have done well.
he's not really been playing recently, and
He had a
he came
really
in and
good,
absolutely smashed
really
it,
good
didn't
AFCON. Yeah, really good AFCON for Mahrez. What about you, Ben?
I actually like the players that Newcastle brought in.
Newcastle.
he? Ooh,
Yeah, I think they've brought in some really good players actually. I know it's only been one game, but
Well, they
they've
got the Perez
shown some
money.
promising signs. Yeah, there's quite good players in there. Um,
you just have to see if the manager. I don't think Bruce is really gonna. I don't know.
it's still very
Who,
early to
who
say.
is
I
your
It's
reckon.
Steve
favourite signing,
Bruce.
Carroll or?
Talking
Oh yeah, I
about
like Carroll.
Newcastle though, Lascelles, is he one of the best in the league, or I've
Um,
heard too many Newcastle fans say he is.
I think we'll move on from that one.
See,
Um,
I personally think Burnley have done the best bit of business. 8 million,
They
eight
bought
million
some
for
good
Tom Heaton. I think that's got to be
players.
my sort of standout marquee transfer.
yeah, they had quite a lot of obviously goalkeeper options. So well, they obviously wanted Pope as their number one, so they were happy to let him go. Heaton played well actually against Spurs in his first game for Villa.
Yeah,
Um,
he did amazing. A bit of a shoddy last 10 minutes, but the saves he was pulling off were ridiculous.
yeah, some really good saves. Man U today, obviously that maybe you could say Wan-Bissaka was a little shaky, but overall to come in first game, that Man U defence was leaking goals. And to get a clean sheet against Chelsea first game of the season, that's quite a good achievement to be honest.
They look pretty solid today,
Harry
didn't
Maguire looks very solid as well actually.
they? Yeah.
Just the defence is looks really good, like old Man United a little bit in the sense what I was watching and what I felt it was like.
I think the pressure's on. I've spent a bit of money. They need top four,
Mm.
at least.
Yeah, I
And
think the
coming out
main
and
one was
doing 4
Villa,
nil.
the amount they spent. I saw that they've actually spent the fifth most in Europe,
Yeah.
Aston Villa. So that is just
Who, Villa?
yeah, fifth
Oh
most.
my God. Thing is, are
Not
they
more
doing a
than.
Fulham and just throwing money at the problem?
I think that to be fair, their manager made a good point in that they let go of a lot of players, so they had to bring players in. But they look good to be fair, Villa. I know obviously they lost 3-1 in the end, but I thought they looked really good.
Because Norwich have
Yeah.
only spent a
Like,
couple of mil, haven't they? So I don't know what sort of chance they
yeah,
have.
I thought Villa looked a little bit better than Norwich though. Even though I thought Norwich were alright, I think looking at Norwich though, I don't know what the hell they're playing bloody Hanley at the back. Sorry, Jesus Christ, what is he? Why is he getting another chance at the Prem? I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, I
Surely he
did
can get
like how
something better
Norwich
in
played.
there.
They went out to win that game,
Yeah, I
didn't
know they had a go, didn't they? They're trying
they?
to
Yeah.
play the way
They were
they
probably
play.
going. Yeah.
But I like the way
They
Villa
didn't
did
just
it, to
sit
be fair,
back.
against Spurs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Problem is, though,
They
in
could
to
be
be
that
fair,
boring.
in this
Sat
league, they
back.
can't
Lost
go out
1
and
0.
get whacked 4-0 each game.
I think the best team who did that this weekend actually was Brighton. Like they didn't
Oh,
normally if they go 1-0 up, they sit on their 1-0. Like they would sit on that, but they actually went for more goals and got more goals. They brought on two fresh strikers, Adone and Montfey, and they both got a goal each.
Thing is, I like
Yeah.
how they've not relied, like, past 3 years, Houghton pretty much relied on Murray up front. And I like that, what's his name, Graham Potter isn't wanting to do that. He said he doesn't want to do that. Hence why he
Yeah.
brought in Morpay, and obviously he's playing
Well, they were
Agno.
criticised a bit in the playing style and stuff, but they looked a lot more like. I suppose they've got to realise they can actually go up against teams like Watford and give them a game, and it's
Yeah,
probably not best to sit back against teams like that. And it worked well for him. So
but I think Norwich I can see going down. They've spent 1 million in their first Premier League
yeah.
season. 1 million. And that they didn't have the
Um,
greatest squad as it was.
but then they do have Pookie. You never
Yeah.
know. Hmm.
So I don't know. I think Villa will be safe. He seems like he knows what he's doing behind the helm.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I
hard
think
one.
there was
It's early on.
maybe talk
What
about
about
who.
Palace?
Mm, well, I thought Cambiasa might have started, but he didn't start. It was a good
Who's
result
that?
in the end. But was it
Cambiasso.
Cambi? Was
It's
it him?
Camrasa.
Camarasa, that's it. I'm getting
Yeah.
them mixed up.
Esteban was the Leicester one.
Yeah.
But
Um.
yeah, I think we'll do alright, although we have only got two strikers, and Jordan Ayew I'd class as a winger. Obviously Wickham and Benteke, so things are
Yeah,
great.
I think you could be in trouble this year. But
Yeah,
personally, I
we've got
think
championship
Zaha,
standard players.
where he's a bit rocked as well with Zaha, I think you're going to have to let him go in January because I just don't think he's going to perform, and you're
Well,
going to sell him and
to be
spend a lot of
honest,
that, and I think you're going to be in trouble by then.
talking about transfers, I think that's got to be the worst bit of business I've seen from Parish. I mean,
I
let
can't
let
believe how
him
many little players you brought in.
let him go. Well, we didn't spend much. We spent 8 million on McCarthy,
They've been injured for however long.
and that was pretty much it. I don't think we've spent much more. But
Kale, like nothing, wasn't
yeah, he was a free.
Cahill's not bad,
But
to be fair.
where's
Like,
the
if
money
you can get
gone
him,
from Basaka?
it? Yeah.
No, Joel Ward
mm,
is our only right back.
yeah. I'd say another team who could be in trouble this year, Southampton. I don't know what
Yeah,
happened
Yeah.
there. That was a bit of a car crash. First game of
Yeah.
the season away at Burnley, like a lot of people would expect Southampton to get something there, and they just didn't look up to the task at all. They looked a mess. At the back, they
They've been
looked
holding on for a long
really,
time, haven't they?
yeah, like they spent a bit more money this time round. Like obviously, I think Ings was made a permanent this year, and then
yeah.
obviously they got Adams as well, which a lot of
Still an
people have been
unproven players,
excited
though,
about.
really.
But yeah, they're
Yeah,
getting rid of players left,
Adams
right, and
like the
centre.
championship, but
Obviously, they got rid
really
of
made a step up
Classy,
for Premier League, that's the thing.
got rid of Classy, got rid of Austin.
Yeah.
yeah. I think like when you see Vestergaard playing at the back and bloody Stevens, I think something's not right there, to be
He's
honest.
in my dream team, Vestergaard.
Oh my god.
He won't be next week.
Um,
I think we'll
I was
we'll
just going
give
to mention.
Sheffield a bit of a mention.
Oh yeah,
Sorry,
that was
Billy
good.
Sharp.
Yeah, yeah, I forgot about them. To be fair.
What a man. Coming on, getting Sheffield the goal they needed. First point in the
Mm.
Premier League. Just a little shout out to Billy Sharp. Sorry, we'll move on to you. What you were going to say.
Uh, I was just going to say, I was going to mention like obviously another player who played well on their debut with a new signing was Nondabele. To say his name correctly, it's quite a difficult one
Dombele.
to.
Yeah, it's a
Ndombele,
hard
yeah.
one.
It's
Um,
not. Yeah, he looked very good. Got his goal, very good goal. He could just. I feel like he's what Spurs need to push on.
he was showing like little, but before Spurs started playing well, he was showing little glimmers of like, his little touches and little sort of what's the word, little back heels and that. And then he just, as soon as Ericsson come on, it was like Dombele just completely changed and went for it. Spurs were completely different,
Yeah,
but I think that's the Ericsson. That's what Ericsson does, isn't it? He did
I
change the
don't know he
game.
was on the bench. That was a bit of a surprise. So,
But yeah, Dombele, I can see Spurs finishing third. Obviously, Liverpool and City are
yeah,
going to battle it out first and
I
second.
think they might close the gap a little bit, to be fair,
Yeah,
on maybe Liverpool and City, because I think their team has got stronger, and I think they'll have a better year. Yeah.
right. So I think we'll move on from obviously the transfer talk and who's had what, and so next we'll have the quiz.
Richie's quiz of the week.
Okay, this week's quiz is going to be on like transfers of players who have recently signed to their new clubs for the new season. So some of them are estimates and what I've researched myself to find the best value, and so we'll do it on whoever's closest out of you two
Oh
in that
no.
sense. And I've got quite a lot of names on there, so it'll be a slightly longer quiz. It was a very good window. That's why I wanted to do it as well. There was a lot of signings. So we'll start off with you, Jay, if you want to start off. And its first player is Pepe. So what would you say his price he went for in the
72
window?
million.
Okay. Ben, what were you saying?
Pepe, the one who went to Arsenal.
Yeah.
And just what 70 million?
Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, 70 mil.
Okay, that's a point to Jay. Jay was spot on with 72. Okay. Okay, next
Oh,
player. What?
shit. No, I. Yeah.
It's a family-friendly
Next
podcast. Don't swear.
next player is Kieran Tierney. And I'll start with you,
Oh,
Ben.
oh, I don't know this one. I'm
Do
just
you
gonna
know
say
any of
like
them?
no, I'm just gonna say like 20 mil. But I have no idea with this one.
Okay, Jay.
25 and a half.
Uh, you, Jay, that's 1.2, 25.
Oh, sweet.
That's as
Oh,
close as I got. So,
bloody hell!
um,
But you watched it one day, didn't you?
next player
Yeah,
we start with you, Jay. Alex Iwobi. It's a
Alex
tricky one because
Iwobi.
there's a lot of figures thrown around.
Ah, this
But
is a
what I
tough
could
one because
gather,
there's two figures in my
yeah,
mind.
yeah.
Um,
So you just have to go with what you think. But
I,
I've
I'll go
got
for
what I
40
think it
mil.
was.
Go for the higher figure.
Okay, Ben.
38.
Okay, that's a point to you, Ben. It was 34.
Ooh.
Oh, see, I
So
was thinking 35, 40.
yeah, there was a few prices thrown around, but that's what I could gather on more of the websites I was looking at,
Yeah,
what sort of price it was. Okay, next player, Tyrone Mings. So start with you, Ben.
Tyrone Mings. Oh Jesus. Um, 30.
Okay, Jay.
21 and a half.
Okay, that's a point to Jay. It was 20 million.
Oh,
Sweet.
Okay, 30 million, Ben. Come on, do you
It's
he's
not
Tyrone
young.
like the
Mings.
He's like
transfers? It's just, I don't
he's a
know. You
quality
just
player.
surely you must have
Not
like
30
looked at some of
million.
these prices and stuff. It feels like you've not even been watching any of it.
I haven't.
Okay, starting with you, Jay. David Luiz. Yeah,
8
lies. Come
million.
on. Ben,
8 million.
0.88 million. Dead
Scab.
on. He's probably just
I
copied
knew what he
Jake.
went
Look.
for. I knew it was 8 million.
Yeah, it was a fresh one to be fair. This one might be a bit like because it was quite early on. This one was done. Kovacic for Chelsea.
Kovacic. Ben
Start with
first.
you, Ben. Yeah.
Oh, I wanted Jay to go first.
Okay. That's got nothing to do with anything.
Um, 25.
Here's a trickier one, that one. Jay?
53 and a half.
Is that much?
Uh, yeah, that'd be Jay closest. It was
What was
40.
it? 40. Ah, not bad.
Oh.
Okay. Next player, start with you, Jay. No, I expect you to get this one as well. Wan-Bissaka.
Ah, is this
Hmm.
including the add-ons or
This is like the reported fee in the end,
45?
like sort of thing.
45.
Okay, Ben.
50.
That's a point to Ben. 50.
No, it was 45.
Ooh.
No, it was 50 on more like saying just in general what I could gather.
I
It
heard
was
50.
50. Yeah. Okay. Next one, Azozi Perez.
Oh, I know this one.
Is that Ben? That one? Yeah, it's Ben.
30.
Okay, Jay.
30.
Point each. Very well done.
It's a good guess, wasn't it?
It's quite close to be fair at the moment. This one's like debatable. So I've got two figures written down because that's all I could find, and I wanted to include it because he was a big player who transferred this season, and that's Rodri for Man City. Start with you, Joe. It was a tricky one,
56
this
mil.
one. Okay, Ben, is
I thought it was 56 as well.
that what you're going to go with?
Yeah, I'm actually going to go with 56, yeah.
Okay, I'll have to give you a point each, but what I could gather, looking at them, it was between 63 and 68 now.
Jesus.
Hmm.
So I'll give you a point each for that one. And okay, next one, Harry Maguire. So that is Ben. Is that you first? I think.
Oh, is it me for... Oh, 80.
Okay, Jay.
80.
Yeah, 80 point each. Yeah. Okay. West Ham's Haller. Start with you, Jay.
Oh, Jesus.
Happy I'm not starting this one.
30. 34 and a half.
Okay. Ben.
28.
That's a point to Jay. 45 million.
Oh, sweet.
Ooh.
You wouldn't think it would be that much, really, but
No.
it was that much.
Okay.
Sessegnon, Spurs. Start with you,
Ooh.
Ben.
I should know this one because this was a fresh one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
20.
Okay. Jay.
Sessegnon. Oh, bugger. I was thinking of Lo Celso. Because I know Lo Celso's off
This
by heart.
The Celso was a bit of a dodgy one because it's a loan.
Well,
I
Lo
don't really understand
Celso,
what's happened with that.
yeah, Lo
That's
Celso,
why I
they
left
paid
it out.
15 million for the loan. And they're also
Yeah.
paying 40 million for the actual fee next season, so that PSG
Yeah.
doesn't get the money.
Yeah, that's why I left them out. It was a bit of a dodgy
What
one.
was it?
But yeah.
I'll ask you about this quiz.
What player was it again?
Sessegnon.
Sorry.
Sessegnon.
Sessegnon, 35 mil.
That'd be Ben, 24 to 25 on that one.
Oh, Jesus
I was going to
Christ.
say, if it's more than 30, the transfer market's gone mental.
I definitely won't get this name right. But Newcastle's new Brazilian striker from Hoffenheim.
Joe Linton.
Joe Linton. Yeah, not too
Yeah.
bad. Yeah, start with who's that? Ben? Is that you?
Yeah, Ben first.
40.
Okay, Jay.
40.
Point each. 40 exactly. Hold on. Okay.
He looked good
This
today as
one's
well.
yeah. This one's quite a good one. Ollie McBurney. Is that what you do?
Oh,
What?
no, Scooby-Doo. 15 mil.
Yeah. Okay, Ben.
How much did you
Ben's
say?
laughing, but he really doesn't have a clue.
No, I ain't got a
50.
clue. How much did you say?
No, you can just say what you're saying. You don't have to copy what Jay says every time.
Ah,
Think yourself a little bit.
10 mil.
That's a point to Jay. 17 to 20.
Sweet.
Oh.
Okay. Neil Monfe. Brighton. You, Ben, first.
20.
Jay.
20.
Yeah, point each again.
Sweet.
Well done. Every time Ben actually gets one right, you just get it right as well. It's quite funny. Ndombele. Ndombele.
Dumbele. Oh, I know this, I
Oh,
think.
who's this?
That's you first, Jay, I think, isn't it?
63.
Okay. Ben.
50.
What I could find on a few websites, even though it has various prices, was 55. So that's a point to Ben on that one.
What?
And then last player, Keane for Everton. Start with you, Ben.
30.
Okay, Jay.
40.
Okay, that's a point to you, Ben. At 27.5 million.
I hate
Jesus
when you say,
Christ.
okay.
That's the best part. So this week's quiz, I'll tell you what, it's gone down right to the wire. Someone has won by 1 point.
Yeah, just spit it out. It's Ben.
I'll just do a little drum roll first.
Oh,
And the winner is Jay.
Oh,
Well done,
nice one.
what?
Thank
One
you.
point.
mate.
I snatched a couple at the end as well. Whatever.
Yeah.
Too little, too late. Typical AC fan there.
Mm. So that's it, this week's quiz. So hope you enjoyed. Bit of a longer one.
Yeah, it was quite long.
Some big transfers, weren't there? So this
Sitting there thinking, oh my god, how many more? We've got a championship in a minute. Right, let's move on to our next topic in the agenda, which is VAR. How's everyone finding it in this first week of Premier League football?
Awful. It's actually a joke how bad it is. It needs scrapping.
There's certain things that really frustrate me with it.
What made me laugh was Tottenham Aston Villa. Jonathan Kocher handballs it in the area, yeah. Not intentionally, but it's a penalty, you know. It was called in the Champions League against Tottenham Sissoko. You call it against Jonathan Kocher. But yeah, they went to VAR decision and no penalty. Absolute joke. We got VAR and even now they're still making wrong decisions.
It honestly feels at the moment like American football, for example, or something like that, in the sense that when it goes to like the big screen, it just go red card decision, or just
Yeah.
you go goal decision, no goal, and you just get everyone cheering. It's just like no, you just hear the like electric tannoy of like a woman's going no goal. I don't know what it is at the moment. It's just
The amount of
I
penalties
can't
that
see
happen as well.
everyone's staring at the screen waiting to see if he scored a goal.
I mean, I
I
think
don't know, or a big decision.
worst part was women's football. Yeah, the World Cup. 22 penalties had been given by the quarterfinals because of VAR. 22 penalties.
I don't know why they
Absolute
can't
joke.
just go, right, refs, give it your best shot.
Yeah,
Do your job to the best of your ability.
People weren't happy with it, were they?
You are gonna get mistakes.
I
You get
think
mistakes
this
in
has
everything.
gone. I think this has gone to overkill. I think the refs needed more support, but I don't think they needed this, in my personal opinion.
Maybe go back to
Because
those
don't get me
refs
wrong, a
beyond
lot
the
of
goal.
decisions were going wrong, but I think they needed more support. I don't blame the refs either, really, to be honest. But it's like I don't know if you saw obviously the City game with Sterling. I don't suppose you saw that he's got called offside because it's like a part of his arm was offside.
yeah.
But then
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know the rule on the sense that is it a part of the body you can score with, or is it like
Yeah, I think it's part of what you can score with.
because
I
they were
think.
arguing with that, saying obviously it's offside. And what I'm finding quite frustrating at the moment, which is for me the most frustrating part, is how a lot of the pundits and commentators are bigging it up, saying how good it is, and I just honestly feel like they've been paid off or something because they are just kissing ass. Like they need to be brutally honest with it and say, surely this is like, because I
Yeah.
can't see them all going, oh, I'm loving every minute of this. Because like when they were talking, like watching Match Today last night, they were talking about because Alan Shearer's the spokesman for it, and he was just defending it. And you just like you could tell he's just so biased towards it. He was just
Yeah,
like
he's getting
shit.
paid.
And
Yeah.
Ian Wright was actually arguing it, and I hate Ian Wright more than anything. And I was actually like, fair enough. At least he's fucking like, oh sorry, standing up for what he thinks is right. So, but yeah, I get quite angry on that topic. So
I think it's going to be a talking point every single week for pundits. Every week they're going to be talking about, should it have been the right decision? Should it not have been? Because again, VAR is down to people's opinion. Do you know what I mean? It's like Jonathan Kocher should have been a penalty, but it is down to the opinion of whoever's in the VAR room. Half the time, not even in the same county. The VAR.
because it's not 100% right, but they're going by experts. They say
Yeah.
a number of experts in a room and stuff. So I
I think there's
I
still a
don't know.
lot of room for error.
I'm glad it's not in the championship. That's all I'm going to say, to be honest.
Not till next season.
Not in the championship yet.
Mhm.
Yeah, it will be.
Yeah. And then when it's in the championship next season, we'll be in League One, so we'll be safe another year.
Yeah. Well, they're not going to be able to implement it too low because people won't be able to afford it, will they? To have like VAR
Yeah,
running
can you
stuff like
imagine
that.
Eastleigh
Yeah.
remortgaging
Each you
their
have to get a
ground to
new.
get it?
Yeah,
Yeah, they have to get a new board so it can just come up saying no
we've
goal.
we've got some shitty announcer.
Yeah,
Fucking
better get a
announcer.
job there. Ben will have to do it because no one else will do it.
I'm unemployed soon, so I'll do it. Uh, but yeah, it is one of those things. We could get to the end of the season and just turn around and go, you know what, VAR's a great decision, but it's just too, what's the word? It's too inefficient. You know, it's not.
VR is just
It's still
it's
not
another
fluid.
thing. It's all it's just another thing why I don't watch Premier League football or actually go to a game. So I prefer non-league football. They're just ruining the game.
Yeah, how's the sim bin as well? They put that in yet?
No, I don't know what's going on with that. Because they were talking about being in our league, but obviously they've not done it. So
It's
it's
in
obviously a bit
Sunday
further
League
down.
and things, isn't it?
Yeah, they were talking about putting it in our league, but obviously they decided against
Well, I
it.
suppose it would be sort of a troll if they put it in your league, wouldn't it? And that's it to
Yeah,
see how it would work. But I
yeah,
don't know. But obviously, they had as well. Actually, another talking point was players able to go in the area for goal kicks. And I've been playing in goal since I was about 8 years old, and that just it felt very weird watching that for me. I don't know what my opinion
yeah,
on it is yet, but I don't know, like, because obviously a lot of the games I was seeing highlights of, every team was doing it, where they would go and
yeah.
take it short. But I felt like that can just invite more pressure. Because if the other team press you right up and you have to smash the ball, then you're so deep you can't get up the pitch. So
Yeah,
it's quite a difficult one. I'm not sure. I don't know what your opinion
I
on
think
that
Arsenal were doing a
YouTube
lot
work
of that today.
is. Yeah, like playing out from the back, it could work quite well. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but when you're a team like us and we got Martin Kelly at the back, we can't be doing that.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be playing out from the back.
All right, I think we've talked enough about VAR. Let's talk about
Yeah.
the weekly results. Start off with a nice bit of Friday night football. Obviously, Liverpool beating Norwich 4-1. We'll start with you, Ben. What's your opinion on that?
Yeah,
Norwich doomed, or
obviously. No, I thought they played all right. To be fair, they went out there and played their own game. They didn't sit back and lost 1-0, 2-0, whatever. They went out there, played. They look all right. To be fair, they had a few good chances. Norwich. We'll see.
Uh, yeah, like if you went by, I reckon their manager obviously said to him, like a lot of people do, like go out there and try and win the second half. And if you went by that, they won 1-0. So they went out second half and didn't concede and scored a goal. So
Yeah,
I thought they were quite good, to be fair. Like they didn't want to change what they were doing. They had a go, like, and
a lot of people have been slating them for that as well. I hate that.
yeah, like a
They've
four
done it
one
there.
against a 4-1 against Liverpool is not that bad, like
They
at
could have lost
Anfield.
2 or 3-0 just by sitting back.
Yeah, exactly. But at least they went for it and got a goal. And I don't
Exactly.
know, like, yeah, didn't change the way they play. That's just the way they play. Why change it? Like, if they don't feel that's going to work, they might as well stick at what they're good at and maybe have a
yeah,
go. So,
I think Liverpool. I reckon they'll be in the two end of the season if they carry on like they have.
There'd be a lot better money in there, sort of review, whatever.
Yeah,
yeah,
When
it
Marnie
might
comes back
cost them
fully.
not adding, but like I know they've got a strong squad, but they've not really added, and obviously City have, so that could backfire a little bit. In the sense, I think
Yeah,
they signed that matey from maybe the Dutch league, the ginger one, and
the
Elliot from
youngster.
Fulham, like both
Yeah.
young players who probably won't be anywhere near the squad anyway, so they've not really signed anyone, I don't think.
which
No.
brings
So,
us to the City game. Obviously,
ooh,
West Ham getting a hammer in after spending that money. Haller up front. What's your
yeah.
opinions?
West Ham always do stuff like that, don't they?
They
You
were
think,
West
oh,
Ham
it's
had
starting
gonna
to.
some
be. I
chances,
know
to
it's
be
first game of
fair.
the season, but I
Yeah,
didn't watch the game. I didn't actually watch it. We spent a
I
hell of a
watched
lot
a
of
little bit
money,
of it.
but then it is City, so City can do it to anyone, can't they, on a day? So
Yeah, I think West Ham will be alright, and I think they will find their feet. Like they've got like
yeah,
Wilshere came back in. I think apparently was looking quite good. What I saw of him as well, when I watched parts of it, he looks alright. He was getting on the ball and things like that. Obviously he's been injured, so that is kind of a new signing for him. And obviously like Lanzini as well, that was a big one. He was back in. He looked quite good. So they've got quite a dangerous attack now in the sense that obviously even the midfield Wilshere like Rice and then obviously Lanzini, Antonio, Anderson and Haller. That's quite a good attack.
Yeah.
I think the defence is a little dodgy. Like I saw Fredericks and Bonner. I think it was no, it wasn't Bonner. It was the other two. Sorry, Diop and the other one.
Yeah.
But
Balbuena.
I think yeah, that's it. I think they'll be okay. Like they started off well, but when it's against, sometimes they're just the opponents are just too good. Like when it comes to City and Liverpool, it's hard. They won a nice game to start off with for either one. But
It'll be interesting next Saturday because we've got Brighton, so
yeah,
that'll be
we can really
reassuring.
have a
I
have a
like
look then.
it.
Palace and Everton.
Ooh, that's a bit of
For
a dull one.
for me, it was. How dare you?
Sorry.
For me, it was great. We had Kelly and Dan at the back. Obviously, I did watch the game. Streamed it legally, obviously. Um, yeah, we had Kelly and Dan at the back and kept a clean sheet. What more can we want? Started Wilfred Zaha on the bench. Had Jordan Ayew. He did. What's the word? He did please me a bit. You know, he had the odd touch here and there. I was thinking, oh, he's actually not that bad. Whereas last year, I was thinking he's absolute shite. So, but yeah, it was a promising game, getting a point. That's what 35 away from being safe. So it's pretty much my take on it. I don't know if you guys have got anything to add.
I think yeah, it was a good result for Palace, but Everton will be disappointed. I think even the manager sounded quite obviously Silva sounded quite
Yeah,
disappointed.
I mean even
It wasn't a very good game for the neutral to watch, but
being a
one for
man
Sky.
up, Palace did poor.
Oh yeah, I don't think you had a shot when you had a man up, so I
Nah.
think that kind of shows. That's quite bad.
Well, we got no strikers. We just got Wickham and Benteke. But
Well, whose fault was that?
oh, blame Steve Parish.
You got the
Well,
same problem we got with strikers.
exactly. You lost
See if
Swarovski
scoring
in
goals
that,
against
didn't
Sheffield United.
you? Yeah.
You know next score, then you know you're in trouble.
Well, we'll move to Burnley. Dominating performance
Ooh.
from Sean Dyche's side. 3-0. Do you reckon Burnley will be safe this year or top 10?
Um,
I'm thinking top 10.
I think it'll still be a tricky season for him, but that's a very good start. Like Barnes looked really good, to be fair. Pope in goal was good. Defence looked quite solid. I think Southampton were poor though, so but don't take anything away from Burnley. They were very good and they deserved the 3 points, but it's still going to be a very tough season for them. I think both teams. I think Southampton are going to be right down there again, to be honest. But
Yeah.
No surprise.
I think it could be even worse for Southampton than last season, to be honest. But we'll see what happens.
I
They
think
got a few. They got a new player, and they Gineppo, whatever his name is. He didn't play, so
yeah, he's a bit of a
Yeah.
weird one.
yeah. I don't know how we'll do. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they'll be down there with Norwich come into the season.
Yeah.
We'll move to the next game, which is Brighton, who are a team I didn't see this coming. I didn't see it coming at all. 3-0 at Watford. T- Brighton. It's just Brighton. Graham Potter has come out. He's played the attacking football that he's promised, and they got the win. So I think marvellous start for Brighton. What about you two? Anything to add to Brighton and Watford, or
Um, Brighton were obviously we touched on it a little bit. We're very good. Like adding to certain areas where they might have said they struggled with relying on Glenn Murray, so they brought on some forwards like Monte for a lot of money for Brighton especially. Um, yeah, they were good to be fair. Like they went for the goal. Like I said earlier, they didn't sit back and on the 1-0. Watford were very poor. First game of the season though, but they were poor.
Craig Dawson at centre back.
what?
I don't know what your problem has been.
Oh,
He's the West Brom one as well, isn't
yeah. Let's
he?
move on
Next
from that.
game, Tottenham and Villa.
We touched on that a little bit
Yeah,
earlier as
we
well,
spoke about
but
that quite a lot.
I think Villa looked pretty good, to be fair.
Well, they look solid apart from when the last 15 minutes
Yeah, that was a bit of a shame. Like, I thought overall they were really
when
quite good. Like,
Kane
I don't
suddenly
know, like,
decided he was in a football match and
yeah, like I really like El Mohammadi, but like seeing how I don't know if El Mohammadi's really got it, to be honest. I think they have added a right back, so he might come in at a
yeah,
later point. But
he did make a few mistakes yesterday.
yeah, he was very shaky at the start, lost like instantly, which
Get
is
back to Hull.
yeah. But like,
Bournemouth,
obviously Grealish and McGinn were very good, to be fair. They were playing really well. Um,
Heaton,
not
he
sure
had a
about
good
their
one.
striker yet either. He
Wesley was a bit
looked a
on
bit
and
flat.
off.
Yeah, he looked a bit flat-footed to me. He wasn't really very mobile. Like, but
Bournemouth and
I suppose he
Sheffield,
is a target man. So, um,
1-1. Billy Sharp getting the goal.
yeah, um, yeah, good result for Sheffield United. They would have
Good
took that
stuff,
before the
Sheffield
game.
United.
Yeah, Bournemouth had like Billing was playing, so apparently he got man of the match. I think I don't know if that was overall for the game or just for Bournemouth, but I saw that he got man of the match for either one of those. So he obviously played quite well. But yeah, Sheffield United. They didn't even start like Ollie McBurney or anything. They brought on like McGoldrick looked good as well, and they brought off like two strikers off the bench.
I can't believe
Yeah.
David McGoldrick's in the Premier League.
He's a quality player, then.
It's mental.
I love to have him.
Talking about
Good fun.
boring, which Dave McGoldrick is. Is it? I've even forgotten his first name, but is it Dave?
Yeah, it's
Um,
David, yeah.
Yeah.
we'll talk about 0-0 Leicester Wolves. What a boring game. It had a draw written all over it.
Wasn't there a goal written off for VAR or something?
Yeah,
On the
Yeah.
Wolves side. I
Dendonka.
didn't watch it. Dendonka.
And then Arsenal Newcastle. Newcastle gave Arsenal what for? It was a good game, but obviously it wasn't enough. The new fella come on as well. That big black fella Willems. He came on. He looked good. Very stocky.
Yeah, and St. Maxim as well.
Yeah, his
Sure, does
lovely
anything, yeah.
hairdo.
It'll give some teams problems.
I was speaking to someone at work who's a Newcastle fan, and I was just saying how it seems it was a bit of a shame they've suddenly decided to spend some money when Benitez is gone.
Yeah.
And if they spent some money when he was there, then he might have stayed. Because I think they're spending money just with the wrong manager now. I can't see what Bruce is going to offer. Like,
Bruce.
I know he's a solid champ manager, but I just can't see him doing
What's
much
he
more than
really
that.
done apart from get teams relegated?
Keep him up the odd season, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, sell Huddersfield's best player actually.
He's like the poor man's. He's like the poor man's Sam Allardyce.
He's a little bit typical English manager. I don't know. It was just such a funny manager appointment, but it is
I'm
what it
surprised
is.
Alex hasn't turned up yet.
Yeah.
But we'll move on to United. Dominating Chelsea 4-0. First half, Chelsea had it, to be fair. They were all over.
Yeah, they
Second
were a bit
half,
unlucky, weren't they?
completely different story. United came out looking like a completely different side. And obviously, got a goal after goal.
United looks so good, it's unbelievable. Like Pogba, he's passing.
Yeah,
His
you wouldn't
passing was
believe that they'd.
ridiculous, and he went for a run as well.
You wouldn't
He
believe
just
that
looked like
they'd
a
just
tank.
sold Lukaku.
No, they were absolutely solid today. It didn't look like their first bloody game of the season either. The way they were passing, I don't know, most of them played together obviously all last season and that, but you're usually a bit shaky, aren't you? But
Yeah.
even so, they look really good.
Right. I think we've pretty much rounded up the results. What we'll do is we'll go through the next week's games, but before that, I've got cheap as chips. You know that little feature where you have to guess, transfer fees of a player.
Probably
And
one of the ones
Oh
I had
yeah,
on the quiz.
yeah, like
no,
Richie's
it's
quiz actually.
not. Surprisingly, it's one of my favourite
That's
players of all
lucky.
time. and that is Joel Ward.
Oh,
Okay.
How much was
I
his
think I
fee
know this.
from
I don't. That's all.
Let
Pompey
Ben go first.
to
No,
Palace?
No, Ben can go
I'm not
first because
going
I've got two
first.
fees in mind.
I'm
Ben,
not
go
going
Ben's going
first.
first.
first. Hang on.
It's not going to be a lot of money. I'm going to say like 3.5 million.
Cool.
Okay. Well, I know I've got this already because I know the two fees that I've got in my head. I know it's one of them, and it's either 255,000 or 375,000. But I'm going to go with
Oh, is that all?
250,000. Yeah.
It is 400,000.
Oh,
Ooh,
bloody hell.
Well
little
done,
off.
Richie.
I went far off.
So close.
Yeah.
Richie wins
I knew
this
it was one of
week's.
them.
Richie wins this week's cheapest chips.
Ben
Thank you,
can't
Joe
win
Ward.
anything at the moment.
Nope.
And we'll move on
Okay.
now to the finale of the show, which is predicting next week's results, which we are shockingly bad at.
Yeah.
Start with Arsenal Burnley. I'll go 3-1
Uh,
Arsenal.
2-0 Arsenal.
I'm going to go 2-1
Arsenal.
Arsenal. Yeah, Arsenal.
Yeah, just 2-1.
Southampton Liverpool.
4-0 Liverpool.
Ooh, I think 2-1
Yeah.
Liverpool.
I'll go 4 as well.
Oh.
Brighton and West Ham.
That's a tough one.
I think 3-1 West Ham. They'll bounce back.
2-0 West Ham.
I'm going to 2-1.
Everton and Watford. Actually, that's quite a tasty game. 2-1 Everton.
1-0 Everton.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm going to go with 1-0 Everton on that one.
Norwich and Newcastle. 3-0 Newcastle.
3-0.
Yeah, I can see him doing it.
1-1.
2-1 Newcastle.
Villa and Bournemouth. 1-1.
Villa and Bournemouth. 2-1 Villa.
Ooh, I'm going to go 1-0 Villa actually.
City and Tottenham.
Ooh.
3-1
2-0
City.
City.
1-0 City, I reckon. Sheffield and Palace. 2-1 Palace. Written all over it.
Palace
0-0.
have to score 2 goals first. Yeah,
0-0.
Have you not seen Connor Wickham?
No, I have not because he's injured all the time.
So actually, I'm going to revise my answer for that one. I'm going to go 1-0 Sheffield.
You can do one, mate. I thought we were friends. You're not playing GTA with me after.
Super belly sharp.
Chelsea, Leicester. 3-1 Chelsea,
Uh,
I'd say.
1-1.
2-1 Leicester.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And last but not least, Wolverhampton Wanderers and Old Trafford, the Man United.
2-0 Man United.
Yeah, I'm going to go 2-0 as well.
I'll say 2-1 Wolves.
Really?
I think Wolves have got it in them to overturn anyone in that league, apart from City.
Yeah. I suppose so.
They can do anyone, apart from City.
No
It's going to be pretty much City. I reckon City could even go undefeated the whole season, and that's a big claim to make. But I think they're good, quite easily. But well,
Nah, they'll step up somewhere.
yeah, Palace. We beat them last year.
You have to score to unbeat someone.
Have you not met
Cheers.
Conor Wickham? Like I said.
Let's move on.
All right. This has been the Ball Talk podcast. We're back for our second season in a row, and we'll be doing this weekly, lads, or I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll be doing this
Yeah.
regardless. So
It'll
cheers
get
for
better as
listening,
well.
guys. Yeah, we
I hope so.
we grow each week, get slightly better, like last year, and then it just went all to shit when pre-season came. But anyway,
Yeah.
if you've liked the video, please like and subscribe. If you've disliked it, leave a little dislike and slag us off. Do whatever, I don't care either way. Say bye, guys, and then we're off.
Goodbye.
Adios.
Bye.